I'm sure many people here, though, are hoping John Higgins can come back. And it wouldn't be the first time, would it, if he did?
And I think the interval came from at the right time as well, just to regroup. Because Neil Robertson was on a roll. John's got a chance here. Can he get himself back into this match? Great shot. I wonder when the going gets tough, eh?
Well, a couple of seasons back, he won the UK Championship from 9-5 down to Mark Williams, 10-9 in the final. And it's not exactly been a catalogue of errors from Higgins. He's made some mistakes, yes, but Robertson has played superbly. I think it's safe to say, though, Mike, whatever happens here, he'll be holding on to that cue.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, he didn't play too badly with the other one, but this, he's just stepped up into another gear with it. It's been the problem. The feathers were in the wrong direction. Yes, he's only. Well, I assume he's had it a little while, but he's decided the players have to have the courage to change. Fortunately for Sean Murphy, he didn't have the choice. His was broken. But you know, these guys would have had the cues in the house for some time, just trying them out, thinking, well, okay, this might be the one, but it's certainly working.
22.
The investment in the cue has come back tenfold already, even more.
23.
£50,000 the difference between these two today. 30,000 guaranteed. A cheque for the winner for 80,000. Great shot. Tremendous cue power.
Yeah, and you can just see the determination in John Higgins' face. He hasn't given this up yet. Far from it.
You know when he's on it, Dave, don't you? You can see the focus. I think that interval did come at the right time for him.
31.
Just overdone that one slightly because he's got to come down the left-hand side here. Downward striking here on the cue ball.
Stop using your phones, please.
Played it well.
36. 37.
The conditions are perfect. Two players at the top of their game.
44.
This is great stuff. Could do with the 147 day before this finishes. £30,000 actually, the bonus for 147.
You don't have much, do you? Just a maximum.
Don't often get them at this sort of stage of a final. Tend to get them earlier in the tournament. Having said that, Stephen Hendry made a maximum in the final frame against Ronnie O'Sullivan in the Liverpool Victoria Challenge. That was incredible. Now then, what's he on? It's okay, the red is bounced. The right hand one is favoured.
52.
It's an incredible final, that one, David. Let's John play this shot. I think it was Birmingham. I think Stephen led. I think it was 8-2. Ronnie came back to 8 apiece, and then what did Stephen do? No, just promptly knocked in a maximum in the final frame. And then they came off the table and started laughing at each other. That was such a standard.
Yes, Higgins not too shabby in the break building department himself. He's made 7 maximums in his career. And he'd like a big break here. Kill this frame off swiftly, cleanly, and the comeback starts.
59.
And it's very quick these days for people to start writing even great players off. He did struggle towards the end of last season. People were predicting he would carry on declining. Well, he's already shown them this season, and it's only been going a few weeks, that that's not going to happen anytime soon. Neil Robertson is aware of that, of course. He's aware John Higgins is more than capable of reeling off frames just as he did.
Yeah, these are the sort of people that can't play the game themselves. He's played a cannon into them there. He's just got to touch too much side on the white. That could be the end of this break.
Just needed another red in the colour.
Well, he definitely played the cannon. Just too much side spin.
You can see how frustrated he is. Well, he's eyeing up his plan. He'd have to make it.
That would be massive if he takes this on, because look at the distance between them. He's attacking them from the right angle, yes, but it's the distance. Well, here we go. I'm not sure about that one. I think he just slightly pushed the boat out there. Safety, I thought, was order of the day.
Well, it was certainly low percentage were the distance between the reds. That said, had he got it, it would have been on the black and it would have been frame over. So 75 available, 66 between them.
Well, he's refusing the pot. Just bringing another red into play. Well, that could have been better. This right-hand red here for John is cuttable back into this left corner. And if it goes in, he could lay the snook and put Neil in some real trouble. He's had a quick look at this left-hand red. He might just be sliding off this one back to ball. It's not as if he's bringing it off the cushion because it's already potable. Well, that same red, is on. I think he's being tempted. Oh. He's lost the white though. Well, he's gone there because he's tucked the red in the corner of the pocket. Great pot. Well, there's no way we're taking the black on. I think you can see some of the yellow. But So of course he's taken 8 points away from himself. There's not a lot of margin for error now. There's only 67 left on the table, 65 in the frame.
Robertson 1.
Could have really have done it with that cue ball tight to the cushion there. John's already looking at this left on red, but if it's tight to the cushion, it's a much more difficult shot. He might be going for this. It's frame ball. Nope, white to the cushion. Well, this is hard match snooker from these two. And the player that's impressed me the most this week, David, I think has been Robert Milkins. He's really played well, and yes, okay, he got beat yesterday in the semi-finals, but he's got it all back together, hasn't it? It's nice to see his discipline, his shot selection at the table.
He's another player. There's been a few, Stuart Bingham, Mark Davis, Barry Hawkins, who've sort of come good relatively late into their careers. It shows you it's never too late if you work hard. John Higgins is 38 now. That's an age where you're supposed to be in decline, or always have been before. But the world champion, Ronnie O'Sullivan, is 38 at the end of the year, and he's still very much going strong.
And I'm sure that with Ronnie winning the world title this year, it just gave John a bit of an impetus to say, well, hang on, I'm going to stay around for a little while and see what happens.
Well, he's got a good lead in this frame, but it's not over yet. He knows that. No balls on cushions, so he's got no real security here.
Didn't want that, but it was pacey anyway. Neil's got a chance for red here to this left corner. Well, if he steals this frame, if this goes in and he wins it, makes it 9-5, this really would hurt John Higgins, because he's made all the running up to now. Nope. Where's that white? Don't think he's left anything there. I think they're covering each other.
John Higgins, one of the few players who hasn't learnt the all-round game as he's played. He had it before he turned pro, and I think one of the reasons was when he was a teenager, he spent a lot of time with Alan McManus, who gave him a lot of advice, and obviously they don't call him Angles for nothing. So Higgins, even as a teenager, knew what he was doing.
Well, he's pushed the red towards that side cushion, so bonus for him. I think John was pretty much in the mould of Steve Davis, wasn't he? Steve was another one that was all there.
Still is.
Was he 55 now, is he? 56, incredible. And his ranking still is lower than his age, which was his goal this season.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
1.
So Neil Robertson needs snookers. And guess where he's going to be?
John Higgins 1.
I tell you what, Dave, we've been very lucky. We've been blessed with some great talent in this game over the last 10 years, haven't we? You know, with the likes of himself and Ronnie and Mark Selby coming through, Sean Murphy, Neil.
Conceded.
You
Frame
know,
John Higgins.
oh, he's conceded the frame.
He didn't fancy it from up behind the green.